Comic Book Fanatics, Fanboy72 here. I wanted to try something different this time. I was just on another person's channel, a channel called We Love Comics. And if you haven't been to that website, that channel, you really have to go check it out. Because the individual that actually hosts that channel does a really great job as far as posting videos on there for the community. It's about the community and for the community. I rarely see any videos that's mainly about himself, but he's definitely one of the individuals who's very selfish and works and puts these videos on there to try to instill knowledge and to assist the community and anyone that's getting into the comic book community to understand and have a little bit more knowledge of what's going on. And I really appreciate that. I've learned a lot myself from it. So I just want to give a shout out to comic book lovers. Well, I'm sorry, yeah, We Love Comics. And if you haven't seen that channel, please by all means check it out. I find it very helpful and definitely helps me understand what's going on in the community and recently and past trending items in comic books, if you will. So, and one of the videos I saw was basically 50 hottest selling comic books, well, sales of comic books. And so I want to kind of do what I have of those 50 comics. And he did the same, and he posted his video of what he had. So I kind of want to just kind of get onto that coattail of that and show what I have of that 50. Now I'm not going to go through exactly each 51 or talk about each 50s of those comics. I just want to, like I said, I just want to show you what I have in my collection of all those 50s, and sort of tallying it up. I think I winded up having, and it wasn't very much. It was like 21 of the 50, but nevertheless, I was very happy to see within my collection that I was almost halfway there of that 50, and seeing some of the some that are within that list. I don't know if I will eventually get those or just bypass them, because I'm really not the type of individual to go buy comics because they're what's trending based off of what movies are coming out and what have you. And I kind of have a, I'm not going to say really disgruntled about it, but just because a movie's coming out, all of a sudden, comics just go way up in price, whereas last week, a comic may be worth its cover price or within the dollar box. And then when they announce that a movie's going to go up, all of a sudden, you can't find it for any less than $50, $60, $70, or $100. I mean, really, come on now. It's just one of those things. It is what it is, but, nevertheless, I understand a lot of these movies are based off those characters and the story plots and what have you, so they kind of what makes the movies. But nevertheless, I'm a comic lover regardless, so I'll go out and buy it because either one, I love the art, I love the storyline, or it's just something I've always wanted to have, right? Well, anyways, without further ado, like I said, I want to give a shout out to We Love Comics, and thanks a lot for doing what you do and keep doing it. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get on with what I have, and bear with me as I go through my comics. And starting with of the 50, number 48 was Nova number 1. Got it. And number 45 was New Mutants number 100, which was the first appearance of the X-Force. Okay. And number 39 of that 50 was Punisher number 1. And I actually got Mike Zeck's signature on this one. Was at the convention last month, and he was there. So I was lucky enough to get his signature on there. Okay. And number 38 of that 50 was Spider-Man number 1, which is the silver cover. And number 37 I have was She-Hulk number 1. All right. And number 35 was New Mutants number 87, which is the first appearance of Cable. And this is the first print, and then this right here is the second, with the gold cover onto it. All right, now the number 30 was Star Wars number 1. This is not exactly the same cover that was shown on the video. However, I wanted to show what I had of Star Wars number 1, and it's just mainly the variant editions. And this is the J. Scott Campbell variant of number 1. And of course, I didn't count these Star Wars in my total tally of the 21 or the 50 that I had. But nevertheless, I thought it'd be kind of cool just to show what I had. And this is another variant edition of Star Wars number 1. This is the Fan Expo edition. And another Star Wars number 1 variant edition. And I don't remember how many variants came out of these. There's just tons of variants. But alright, okay. And then number 29 was Amazing Spider-Man 194, which I have actually right here already slabbed and graded. Hopefully you can see that okay. And I got that as an 8.5. And this actually went and got it graded within the raw. I didn't do any pressing to it or anything within that nature. So I'm happy with the grade. I'm sure if I probably would have got it pressed or something, it probably would have came back a little bit better. Alright. Infinity Gauntlet number 1. And, oh, actually, let me back up. Number 24 out of the 50 was Amazing Spider-Man 129. Well, of course, as you know, this is not 129. I do have 129, but it's currently at CGC for grade and slab. But I thought it'd be kind of... Sorry about that. That's my cat right there. So I thought it'd be kind of cool to show you a homage to Spider-Man 129. And Amazing Spider-Man 129 was the first appearance of the Punisher. Very well sought off book right now. But this is a couple homages that I got to, and I hope I said that right. Homage. This is the Punisher. What if Punisher had killed Spider-Man, number 58. And this is Dark Reign Punisher, another variant edition of number 1, kind of very similar to that. And he's got, instead of Spider-Man right there, he's got Norman Osborn right there. So kind of cool. Anyways, I just wanted to show you guys that. And I thought it would be kind of cool. And maybe during my editing, I'll look to see if I actually have a picture of my Spider-Man number 129. And I'll push that up there. Okay. Now moving on to the right side is the Infinity Gauntlet number 1. And this one right here is the Thanos cover. And I actually got it signed by George Perez. He was at one of the conventions here in Austin, Texas a couple months ago. Really nice guy, by the way. Really, really great guy. And I got him to sign that one. And I also have actually 2 copies of this, and this one's not signed. And the next one is number 22 out of the 50. Is the original Sin, Amazing Spider-Man number 4. And this is actually the first appearance of Silk. So I'm assuming that's why that's probably one of the highest selling comics of the 50 comic books right now. Okay, and Spider-Gwen number 1, that was number 21. I actually have a couple copies of this. And moving on, Batman Volume 2 number 1. And this one's number 18 of that 50. Pretty cool. And Spawn number 1. Spawn number 1 was number 17 of the 50. And of course, Batman the Killing Joke. Great book, by the way, if you haven't read it. Definitely, that is the first print. And that was number 15 out of 50. And X-Force, that's X-Force Volume 1, number 2, which is the second appearance of Deadpool. And this is Secret Wars number 8. I actually got 2 copies of Secret Wars number 8. One of the other one is actually signed by Stan Lee, and I've actually got that one hanging up. And this was an additional copy that I had. And this is the first appearance of Spider-Man's black suit. And Uncanny X-Men number 266, first appearance of Gambit. And The Amazing Spider-Man number 361. And that's actually number 5 of the 50. That's the first Carnage. And Star Wars number 1, that's actually was number 3. So, anyways, so those are 21 of my 50 that I had. And you know what? I think I skipped a couple. As a matter of fact, I skipped The Amazing Spider-Man number 252. And this is the first appearance of the black suit in Amazing Spider-Man. And this was actually number 20 of the 50. And Amazing Spider-Man number 300. And this one was actually the first Venom appearance. Yeah. So, and you know, of course, all, you know, not very high grades. I mean, they're all 8 or 7 on my slab copies. But you know, this is before I knew about getting the books pressed and what have you. So I've definitely learned a lot from just different people and different channels. And it goes to helping the community out and getting to know about why certain books are valued a little bit more than others, why they're a little bit more expensive than others, and why some people, you know, decide they want to pick certain up, and why they're more top selling than others. So I think, and this is, you know, a bit of my way to give back to the community as well, and hopefully some of my knowledge about these books kind of help you, inspire you to go out and understand a little bit more. Okay, but once again, thank you for watching, and shout out, like I said, to We Love Comics, and I appreciate that. And this is kind of just a tack on to your video of the 50 comics that you did earlier. Okay, thanks a lot, I appreciate it.